Futurist Jim Carroll from the home broadcast studio. Here's a reality. Some people watch the future happen. Other people make the future happen. What type of person do you choose to be? Because we live in an era of absolutely relentless change. And right now, you need to make the decisions as to what you are going to do to reinvent yourself for a world in which truly the future belongs to those who are fast. You know, since this global pandemic began, I've been working incredibly hard to build what I am calling one of the world's most sophisticated home-based broadcast studios. And I did a little bit of an upgrade on the weekend with a new stage set. And it all fits into my philosophy that you can sit around and be a part of the future and watch it as it unfolds in front of you, or you can choose to make your own future. In my old life, when I would appear on stage in front of thousands of people talking about the future, talking about trends, talking about what comes next, it was my job to inspire them to align to a world in which disruptive change was coming at us from every single direction. It was my job to encourage people to think about the trends that would change their future. It was my role to inspire them to align to those trends through innovative and disruptive thinking in order to turn those trends into opportunity. And as this new world has unfolded, I don't think my job has changed. I'm just doing it in a different place, in a different stage, in a different format, hanging out in my home broadcast studio, encouraging people to think about what comes next. You know, I looked at my web traffic this morning and I found that there were a lot of people reading a post that I put up on May the 4th earlier this year, which was entitled, "You can fail and win, or you can fail to win." And in this post, I put together 10 lessons that I've learned from moving incredibly fast to align myself to this new reality of a future in which the entire global events and meeting industry has changed. So as we go forward into this new future, you need to think about what you can do to prepare yourself for a faster world. And that's why I find this list, even revisiting it myself today, several months later, 10 things I've learned from moving fast, invaluable guidance on what we need to do to align to this new, faster future. Number one, think big. The future is still out there. The future is still massive. There are so many opportunities around us. The second thing you need to do is you need to have a mindset that you are willing to learn as you go. There is no magic formula in this COVID-19 global pandemic economy. Everything is changing. Everything is mixed up. There is no certain path forward. So all you can do is set out in the voyage and learn everything you can as you make your way through it. Be prepared to make mistakes. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. You are learning new skills, new capabilities, learning how to do things you haven't done before. And there's going to be a heck of a lot of things that are going to go wrong along the way. And that's the only way that you can truly learn. Go for the small wins. In this new world, you might not get the big success that you've had in the past because your entire world has shrunken to a smaller degree. So you got to go for the small wins. You have to take the positive feedback where you can get it. You have to ensure that you can work the criticism. If you are reinventing yourself, if you are making mistakes, if you are pursuing new ideas and new territory, there's going to be people who are going to criticize you for it. And you have to learn not to hide from that criticism, but to use that as a tool to turn that to your advantage. Modify more. Nothing is set in stone. There is no certainty going forward. You have to make it up as you go. You have to be prepared to modify everything you do in terms of your goals, your strategies, your skills, and what it will take to get you there. You have to have a mindset that you celebrate your success. Just with the small wins, you have to be prepared to acknowledge when you've done something wonderful, because that's the motivation that will inspire you to keep on going. You have to be relentless on your goals. The future is full of opportunity. You have to set a goal, put it in mind, put it in perspective. One of my goals was to build one of the world's best online broadcasting studios, and I think I'm getting there with all the initiative that I'm putting in place. Embrace the uncertainty. There is no certainty. You have to realize that what you're planning to do this week might change fundamentally next week, and that's part of the overall journey. Share your story. That's part of what I'm doing here as I work and build this home broadcast studio. I think it's critical to try to inspire others to come along in the voyage. You have to share your story. That's my list of 10 things, but look, every single list of 10 things goes to 11. So be inspired by Spinal Tap. Take your life, take your goals, take your voyage to 11. because there's always a little bit more. Keep the faith. This is a complex voyage. This pandemic global economy is complex, it's scary, it's challenging. You have to be prepared to continually remind yourself of why you're focused on reinvention, why you're focused on what you're doing, why you're focused on the goals that you've put in place. You have to keep the faith in terms of where you're going. And that's what I'm working on down in this home broadcast studio. I keep implementing new stage sets, keep experimenting with new ways of delivery, keep working with new technologies, keep working with new ideas. And as you can see, sometimes things don't necessarily go 100% perfectly. And that's what it's all about. That's how you learn. You learn by doing. What you really need to do is you need to commit to a voyage. You need to commit to reinvention. You need to commit to what you can do to align yourself to a faster future, because the future is appearing faster than you think. Everything you've just seen has occurred in my basement, in my virtual broadcast studio. With this green wall behind me, I call it my canvas of creativity. You can learn more by visiting virtual.jimcarroll.com. Thanks for joining in. That's a wrap.